Hello everyone, and welcome to another video from the Bellish team. I'm Danny, and this is my wife and business partner, Christine. And we wanted to make a video for you guys today because we feel like we have stumbled across some hidden treasure in real estate investing called syndication. And some of you guys may be very familiar with this. We weren't familiar with it until about a year ago, and after talking to some of our friends and family, they don't seem to be too familiar about it either. But it has so many incredible benefits that we thought that we would make a video about what we are doing actively now and also passively. So we wish that we knew about this so much sooner because we went through a lot of steps in the real estate process before we got here. So like so many people who want to get involved in real estate, we did so because we knew we were energetic and entrepreneurial, but we started by getting our real estate licenses and then working with buyers and sellers, which can be a very emotional journey where people are making one of the biggest purchases of their life. So this was a very active process for us. Then we learned about investing in rentals. So we bought our first condo, and unfortunately we had to evict our first tenant, which was a total nightmare. So again, just another step in the process where it's trials and tribulations. Then we learned about multifamily. So we bought a 2-unit multifamily that needed a full gut rehab, and we worked with a contractor from hell. No big deal. Just kidding, it was a really big deal, and it was a total nightmare for a really long time. A 3-month project turned into a 9-month project. Let's just put it like that. And now we're in a multifamily where we are living with our tenants, which kind of comes with its own challenges. So as you can see, it's such an active game.
It really wasn't until about a year ago when we really learned about what real estate syndication was. We honestly didn't even know that the opportunity existed before that, and we really just kind of happened upon it by chance. So we went to this networking event that we thought was going to be teaching us how to buy smaller multifamilies out of state. But what actually ended up happening was we talked to somebody before the event started. That person ended up being the keynote speaker, who is a sponsor, who is a very experienced syndicator, who at the time controlled more than 4,000 units. Now it is more than that. But he opens our eyes to this opportunity. One, that, there are people that are part of the sponsor groups and that you can acquire these large multifamily properties, honestly was beyond our wildest dreams at the time. And that there are opportunities to invest passively too. So what is real estate syndication? Real estate syndication is when people pool their money and resources to purchase large multifamily assets. And the reason why you would want to be involved in something like that is because of the opportunity to profit. And you're going to profit from it by adding value. So that is a very common strategy that is used in real estate syndications. It's that they purchase these properties, either they have below market rents, maybe the units need to be updated. There's a bunch of different strategies that they use, but basically either you increase the income or you decrease the expenses in order to increase the value of the profit at the end of the investment term, either by selling it or by refinancing it. So there are multiple ways to participate in this. You can be an active investor or you can be a passive investor. Active investors are the ones that are out there finding the deals. They're coming up with a business plan. They're hiring the management company or managing the property themselves. They are dealing with, hiring the construction company, dealing with the day-to-day stuff, talking with investors. The list goes on and on and on. But as a passive investor, you're not responsible for all of that stuff. You don't need to deal with managing properties. You don't have to be a landlord. You don't have to answer these maintenance requests. All the things you kind of think of that come along with like typical real estate investing. As a passive investor in a real estate syndication, your responsibility really is to just invest money, and that's basically it.
It's pretty incredible that when you're talking about passive investing, it really is just that. It's passive. You're not really getting involved in any of the operations or management of the property whatsoever. You're just helping to fund those operations. So there are a lot of benefits when it comes to passive investing. The first is that you don't really have to do anything. The second is really the returns that you're getting here. If you end up investing with the right operator and the right deal in the right market, which if you find the right person, it can be pretty common, you could see double-digit returns very easily. We, in our limited partnerships and passive investments, we've seen that. And then you're talking about tax benefits. There are tons of tax benefits that get passed through to the passive investor. One is depreciation, and the other is long-term capital gains. And the last thing is how you can invest. A lot of people don't know, but you can actually use your retirement accounts in order to invest in real estate. I'm talking about your self-directed IRAs. These are opportunities where you can actually diversify. You think you put your money away with, a Fidelity or one of these other organizations and you can't do anything with it. That's not true. You can really use that money in order to fund other investing opportunities. So there's a lot of ways that you can get involved. Another one that's very common is using your home equity. So, if you're paying 3 or 4% for a home equity line of credit, you can use that money to then invest in real estate as well. So there's so many benefits to investing passively that a lot of people don't generally know.
We talk a lot about how there's not a lot of responsibility on the side of the passive investors, which is absolutely true. But there is an important point that we want to stress. It's that you do your homework, your due diligence, that you do your research on the sponsor that you decide to work with. You want to make sure that this is somebody that you trust who has a track record of success.
And I'm sure you guys have a ton of questions, especially if this is a new concept to you. I know that we did a year ago when we first got started, but we've been investing passively. We will be investing actively in the near future. So hopefully we can help you. And if you guys have questions, reach out via email, info@thebellishteam.com, or you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook @thebellishteam. And hopefully we can all continue to build our wealth together. Thanks so much for watching.